Hello, online pipe community. Ethan, Parsimonious Piper here. Today we've got another Parsimonious pipe, and in it I'm smoking the first bowl of this week's new blend, which is the 2022 Crinkle Cake from Sutliff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Today's pipe is a pipe by Lee, Trailblazer. This pipe has no stamping on it. How do we know it's a pipe by Lee? Because it has Trailblazer right around here, and there's a 1946 article in Pipes magazine, of which I have a photocopy, that discusses this exact pipe. Now, this is the third Trailblazer that I own. I know that there is at least one more still in existence because I have bought two, including this one, from a gentleman who still has a third one in his collection. So, without further ado, let's take a closer look. There will be no before and after shots on this. The gentleman that I bought this from does a bang-up job cleaning his pipes. This has decent grain around the bowl, and this radiator shape predates the Medico Frank ventilators. It has been suggested that they may have bought the patent from Lee, and that's why Lee stopped making them and Medico started. Who knows? That's just a hypothetical. Not sure how often this had been smoked. The bowl came pretty clean, very well reamed out, right back down to briar. Rim was in great condition as well. Looking at the internals, you can see how this thing is assembled. There is a long metal tube with a stinger there at the end that screws into the bowl, and the radiator slips on right there over the outside. And we will take a look just in a second at that Trailblazer marking. Not exactly expert editing, but I decided to take two shots of the word Trailblazer just so that you can see how it appears down at the one end. And yes, that does say patent pending underneath. I should take a look at my others to see if the patent has been completed there, or if they all say patent pending, just to see maybe this is one of the earlier of the three that I have. At $69 and change, that's a little more than I normally spend on a Lee, but I think you'll agree that for the rarity of the pipe itself and the condition that it's in, not a bad price. I sure don't think so. 2023 was quite a year for many of us. I'm going to give a quick recap of it. For me, in terms of blends that I smoked, I have my results from my spreadsheet right down here. In 23, I smoked 371 bowls. I do keep a detailed spreadsheet of what I smoke. I don't keep a spreadsheet or a list of what I've smoked it in. Maybe at some point I'll get that detailed. I'm not there yet. But that was 60 bowls fewer than the previous year. So my rate has slowed a bit. At 371, I'm just barely over a bowl a day. So I'm not going through a ton here. Find that lighter. Not surprisingly, I also smoked fewer blends. This year I smoked 99 blends versus 140 last year. What was up was the number of bowls per blend that I smoked. that won't surprise anyone who has paid attention to my Cobb Tuesday format change, because I have been doing a 1 week familiarization type review of blends for the last half or so of the year. And so that has driven me to smoking 7 to 10 bowls of any one blend in that week. So that's driven the number of bowls per blend up a bit. Okay, let's look at what I smoked the most of. It probably won't surprise many of you that the top 2 blends in terms of number of bowls smoked were my own 2 blends. But those were only a total of 37 bowls out of the year. So on average, I did not smoke my own blends once a week, mostly because I've been trying so many new things. Maybe I'll have a New Year's resolution to smoke more of my own stuff this year. Following those 2 were Arango Balkan Supreme with 12 bowls. And I probably wouldn't have smoked nearly as much of that, except that Gary, old and in the way, who gave me that sample, gave me a big bag of it. And so I'm still smoking it. It's great stuff. Emerson Southern Forged Blind Monkey. I had 10 bowls of that. Again, not surprising. That was from a sample that was given to me. And it was a 1 ounce sample. I got 10 bowls out of it. Not too bad. The next one is Gawith Hoggarth Rum Flake. Same thing there. I got a sample given to me, and so I just smoked the whole thing. Best rated new blends. I had two new 5-star blends this year. One was John Cotton's double pressed dark fired. I'd had his double pressed Kentucky in previous years, but I had not had the double pressed dark fired. I like it even better. It's a fantastic blend. And the other new 5-star blend for me was Sam Gawith's Lakeland Dark. Delicious stuff. Absolutely delicious stuff. I had a bunch of new 4-star blends. I will put those in the description bucket for anybody who is interested in looking at that list, but I'm not going to read through it here because it was around 15 blends that came in for me at a 4-star. Worst new blends. I did not have any 1-star blends, which equate to, if anybody ever offered it to me again, I would make them eat it. No, I would never smoke the stuff again if it was the last thing on the planet. I would just give up the pipe. I didn't have any of those blends this year. I did have a few 2-stars, which are blends that, well, I would rather not smoke ever again. I might if it kept me from hurting your feelings and it was the only thing available. But things I just really was not a fan of. Number 1, Brigadier Black, their Gettysburg blend. I got no flavor out of it at all. Supposed to have a peach or some such. I got nothing. Cornell and Deal's Crooner Deer Tongue. I'm guessing it's the deer tongue in it that just turned me off. I'm not a fan of Crooner in the slightest. And the third is going to surprise a lot of people probably because it is Sam Gawith, and I like Gawith Hoggarth and Sam Gawith products in particular. I like some of their Virginias, but what I really like are the Black Irish, Brown Irish type Virginias, the really dark things. What came in as a 2 for me was Full Virginia Flake. Just doesn't do anything for me. Chances are good I'll never smoke that again, unless somebody can convince me that they've got a sample that is just going to knock my socks off. Just wasn't there. So that's my update for this year, and I may do a channel recap as well, but that's my tobacco update. Best blends, worst blends. Most smoked blends. I do find it interesting to be able to compare year to year what I've been doing, just for my own sake. I was surprised by the fact that I was down to barely a bowl a day. That did surprise me. Another New Year's resolution. Cannot talk today. Get some more bowls in. I need to smoke some more backy. Well, folks, if you keep records, tell us what you did this last year. Give us a little recap. If not, maybe you should start keeping records so you can give us a recap at the end of the year for us statistics nerds. There you have my year in 2023 in review. Do me a favor. Let's kick off this year right. Light something you like. Keep track of it. Enjoy your afternoon.